It's the Soul Fantasy Show, live for March 2nd, 2020. Going over DraftKings, FanDuel, Yahoo, and Fantasy Draft. Trending picks, plays on Yahoo and Instagram. Whatever I see fit. We're going to go over game flows, trending picks. We're going to go over top plays, studs, sleepers. If you already haven't, please subscribe to this channel. If you please smash the like button below. All right, it's a 7-game main slate for March 2nd. Right off the bat, we got the Greek Freak 58, 61, 42 and James Harden 44, 46, 61. But today, it's going to be a pretty lengthy video because I want to go over these main guys and main injuries. Now, there's a lot of injuries on Cleveland. There's possible potential injuries on Dallas, Memphis. There's tons of injuries to go over. Let's just look at this board right here, and we'll show you the injuries. Luka Doncic, game time decision. If he's out, whether he's out or not, this may or may not be your top center right here, Porzingis. Bam, I already have him in here. He's bigs against Chicago. Porzingis averaging 40. Had a 75 last game without Luka in. Luka most likely will be out again. He did not get priced up. He didn't. He's actually lower than he was a couple days ago. Porzingis will be your top center. But you also have Valanciunas, who put up two straight, basically 50 burgers in the past 2 games with their teams depleted. And you also have Ja Morant, who put that 55 up. But I'm going to go over some of the injuries with you right now. Tristan Thompson, he's out. All right, that's your main injury. So they're playing Utah. Cleveland's playing Utah, so it's not the best of matchup. Now, Kobe White, he might be out. All right, let's just go down the board and show you. Wendell Carter Jr., if he plays, he could be a double-double center option. You could put in your utility Wendell Carter Jr. with Porzingis, or you could put Valanciunas with Porzingis in a double-double center position on Yahoo if you like. Those are what I've been seeing trending upwards. Now, Polito's out. P-Turtle, he's out. He's out for a couple weeks. So here we go. Last time I played Lyles, he scored a 48. Lyles will be firmly in play. All right, let's go down now. Garland's out on Cleveland. So I went over some of the guys that were out. So let's just go back to that. So here's Cleveland's usage with those guys I told you were out. Now look at that. Get rid of Jordan Clarkson. He's not on the team. Colin Sexton, 30%. He's only $20 on Yahoo. He's cheap. Kevin Love has a high percentage. John Henson and Cedi Osman. So those are your target values. John Henson, Cedi Osman. And also if you like Larry Nance, because of those injuries I told you about. Tristan Thompson is out. That is the usage rate for Cleveland. Here's Chicago's usage rate with Kobe White out. And possibly Zach LaVine might even be out. So if Zach LaVine's out, you're definitely playing Wendell Carter Jr. if he plays. You have to keep an eye on it. Thaddeus Young is firmly in play. And, I mean, some of these value guys, they have high usage rates. But look at Cornette, only 0.71 fantasy points per minute. It's very low. You have to get lucky with him. So that's their usage rate. So boom, we got that out of the way. Boom, we got that out of the way. Here's your schedule. Utah, Cleveland, Houston, New York, Portland, Orlando. You have to be wary of those Orlando guys. They are being sneaky and winning tournaments on people. You might want to sneak 1 or 2 of them guys in, but there's so much values today, you don't really need to. You have to stack values like Chicago, San Antonio values, Memphis plays, big plays on Memphis, not necessarily value plays on Memphis, big plays. Cleveland has the values and the studs. Everybody's cheap on Cleveland. Kevin Love's cheap. Everybody's cheap. Sexton's cheap. All the guys I was discussing are cheap. So that's the schedule. All right, we went over this. This is the scoreboard. We went over that. All right, here are some of the top players of the day. Now, one of your top stud, Russell Westbrook, 62-62. Now, if you can get some of those values in, you can put somebody like Russell Westbrook in. Now, your second nice little stud is this guy playing against Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell, 46-50 in his last two. They're playing Cleveland with a depleted D, so they might go small. Cleveland might go small, so Donovan Mitchell might have a tough day on D, so you might want to fade him out. I'm going to go with the fade there. Drummond, as usual, for me, he's always in play. Like, he's pretty much going to be one of the top studs of the day. With Tristan Thompson out, now that I didn't mention that he is on this team, he's very expensive. You could go with Porzingis, Drummond, or Valanciunas. You have 3 center options already lined right up for you. Just listen to me. Yesterday I said put Len in. Did I say put Len in? Len was my top value. It was $10 on Yahoo. He scored almost 40 fantasy points. If you put him in along with some other guys I said to play, you'd be all right. DeRozan, very disappointing, but they're playing Indiana. He's disappointing against them too, but that doesn't mean he's going to be disappointing every game. Terrence Ross is coming off pretty big games the last 2 games. I guess he's kind of like stepping up into a bigger role for this team. They're playing Portland with no Dame. He could be an option if you want to go to Orlando and you want to be contrarian and don't want to just go with those picks that the most people, the chalk that people are going to be playing, like Colin Sexton, he's going to be chalk. Dylan Brooks, chalk, 31, 39. See, these Memphis guys are going to be good plays. Now down here is kind of like a lower end tier guys that are risky. John Morant played 33 minutes yesterday. He had a 60. Yes, he did. He's playing Atlanta now. So Atlanta is not good. John Morant's going to have 2 back-to-back bomb games. Murray, he's been disappointing in his last 3, but he's bulked it up to that 35, and most likely he'll repeat with that. Now, here's one of my top values, Rudy Gay. Last time he had a 39. He's only 4-3 on DraftKings. Get him in there. All right, let's get over your first free lineup optimizer. As always, I give free lineups out in the videos, so you can go over them and think what you might do. Let me get Gordon out of there and redo that for you. Gordon had a bad game last time. Doesn't mean he's going to have a bad game this time, but so now they think Miles Turner is going to have a big game, but guess what? We know that since we're watching videos like me, that there's a lot better options at center. So we can just get Porzingis in there. Randall, we can keep Randall in there, but there's just so many. Like, look, Thad Young you can put in there. Donovan Mitchell, we can put somebody like an inexpensive James Harden for 10-5 in there. You can get Chris Middleton right on out of there and just look for value. There's going to be value opening up. Let's go. Let's find the value. All right. Do we see it yet? There he is. Osman. Now, we said we wanted to play Ross just because he's on like a tear. So now we just got to go down and find our right guy. You could go Milton. We'll go Milton. There you go. There's a nice little lineup for you with an expensive James Harden in there. So you have your Thad Young, your Harden, Porzingis. They have PJ Tucker. Let's just upgrade him on out of there into somebody special. Chicago, Gafford. Love Gafford because of those injuries. If he plays, I'm not sure if he's going to play or not. I don't know if he's on the injury report. You're going to have to follow up on that. Ross, Milton, there's your first lineup of the day. Let's go over some of the game flows that have recently been dominating the charts. Now, here's Memphis' game flow. Dylan Brooks. He played most of the game. He had 34 minutes, 24 points. All right. Joe Val, look at his. His thing fills the whole chart. 30 minutes. John Morant, 33 minutes. Melton, he had 24 minutes. And so then there was this guy, Kyle Anderson, that nobody's paying attention to, had 31 minutes. Look at these minutes these guys are getting, and look at the flow that the coach is using. Gorgie Jang, the gorgeous dung, only had 21 minutes, but that could change. So he could be a sleeper. Gorgie Dung, he could be a sleeper. Tyus Jones could be a sleeper. There is a lot of options on that squad right there. All right, let's go over Portland's game flow. Atlanta's game flow. Now we have Herder. He had 35 minutes. Hunter had 38 minutes. Trae Young, 36 minutes. Cam Reddish, 24 minutes. I think he was hurt and he's questionable. So, I mean, there's a lot of options you have there. I mean, even Vince Carter's eating up into people's minutes. So you're going to have to, think what you're going to do there. So that's the game flow for that squad. Now we have the game flow look at Julius Randle, 31 minutes. Peyton, 33 minutes. You got to keep in mind, how many minutes are these guys getting? What do I want to do with them? All right, here is Chicago. Kobe White, he had only, what does it say? He had 28 minutes, so he's pushing 30, in the 30 range. And you also had Ryan Akayando, who had 20 minutes, so depending on if Levine's playing, because you see that 37 minutes, he basically hogged up a lot of the minutes. So did Tom. Tom had 30. Tom Satoransky, Randall Carter Jr. Those are all guys in play, depending on who's out. If Zach LaVine out, you're going to play Tom, you're going to play Carter, you're going to play Young, you're going to play Gafford. Kobe White is questionable. If he is in, you might want to consider playing him. There's a lot of guys on those teams you can consider. All right, these are the sleepers today. All right, just take a look at them. These are guys that are sleeper. Jordan Clarkson, 36, 15, 20. They're playing Cleveland. All right. Now, as we look a little bit into the lineup now, if you want to take Harden out, what are you going to do? Do you want to play Trae Young, who's playing a very beat-up Memphis? Do you want to take Mitchell out and put somebody like Clarkson in? And then you have a very balanced lineup. But say we just don't trust Porzingis today. Maybe we want to go with Vuk. You can put Vuk and Val in. Or maybe you just don't trust Val today. You want to go with the popular chalk with Turner. Then you could go right down to McCollum. You could go to Whiteside. Or you could just get rid of him. You could go to Drummond. Get rid of Morant. You might not trust him. Go to Tom. Then you just get rid of him. And you go to somebody, say, like Peyton. He's only 25 today. Seti. Maybe you don't trust him. Cam. He's $18. They're playing Memphis. You have $7 left to spend. You can get rid of Clarkson. And go with Ross, like we said, who's been definitely on fire. So maybe you might not want to do this double center thing. So look, now you have more money to spend. So say you just want to have Greek in there. You know, people always like having Greek. Then you can just go right down to look at that. Now you have Greek and Val, Young, Gay, Reddish, Peyton, Ross, Tom, and $5 to spend. So you can just get rid of Reddish. And go to Porter, and then get rid of Peyton and go to Mitchell. You have so many options today. I went over a lot of the injuries today. I went over Yahoo plugging. So you could play Connolly. It's only $19. See, that's if you want to spend all your money up. Or you could just trust Levine if he's playing. Then you could go to Carter Williams Jr. These guys, just because it's his game time decision doesn't mean they're not going to play. Then you're loaded up with Chicago against Dallas with possibly no Donick. So say Donick does play, then you can just get rid of Greek and you could go, you could just say put Tom back in and then maybe change your center around, put Dang in. Get rid of him, put Warren in. I mean, not that Warren's going to do anything. He's been... Oh, yeah, look at that. 42 his last game. He's playing killer minutes. He's only $25 on Yahoo. He's a fine option. I would not be mad at you. But say you just want to rather just put more guys in and get rid of Doncic. So there you go. You got rid of him. And maybe you don't trust Gay. Then maybe you want Collins, or you could put Sabonis, or you could put Randall in, and then you could just get rid of him and put Turner back in. Or you could get rid of Tom and put Nance in. There's so many options today. You're going to have to study these values that I've been telling you about and get on with it. All right, let's get you your free FanDuel lineup of the day. We're getting rid of Nunn. I am not playing him. The Flying Nun is out. So you got Tom. All right, let's get rid of Trae Young and put Morant. Get rid of Middleton. Who do we got? CJ McCollum. Then you got Ross. Let's get rid of Crowder. You got Kevin Porter Jr., Warren, Love. They said Collins, but there's 3 upgrades now we can make. Porzingis and Drummond. Look at this lineup. Tom Satoransky, John Morant, CJ McCollum, Terrence Ross, Kevin Porter Jr., TJ Warren, Kevin Love, Chris Porzingis, and Andre Drummond. Now, if you don't win today after watching my videos, I mean, you're definitely going to win today. Please, if you already haven't subscribed, because I'm going to keep studying hard for you guys, going over game flows and usage rates and injuries. All things that a lot of these videos are not discussing. It's the Soul Fantasy Show. Soul Fantasy Show.